What's up, guys? I saw this headline. I thought we'd go through and read it. It's very interesting. I don't know how these conclusions have or assumptions have already been founded or previously founded, but I thought Game Rant is jumping to some interesting conclusions that we must explore. Now, maybe this could be a what if scenario, and possibly they're hoping or maybe trying to see if this is going to be a thing. So there we are. Game Rant saying Injustice 3 could beat Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League at its own game. That's really interesting. But let's hear Christopher Castello. I think that's how you say the last name out. This was written a few days ago. And let's see what they're, kind of like, I would say, gunning for in a sense, or what are they trying to insinuate here? So they say Rocksteady Studios in development, SSKJL continues to face criticism from some gamers after an underwhelming gameplay trailer that showed the title straying far from developers' Arkham roots. That means NetherRealm Studios has the opportunity to reaffirm its role as the prominent provider of superheroes gone bad with Injustice 3 by continuing the series' trademark blend of brutal combat and multiversal superhero storytelling. Injustice 3 could not only serve as a worthy threequel, but also stand out as a solid single-player alternative to the live service gameplay of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. With Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League potentially being delayed until 2024 later, now would be a perfect time for NetherRealm to revive its acclaimed DC fighting franchise. Well, the first question I want to ask is, how do they know that there is going to be an Injustice 3 game? There were rumors, but then David Zaslav pretty much confirmed a Mortal Kombat 12 game. So I don't really know if they're trying to bring out both games in the same year. I doubt they are. There's financial reasoning as to why Mortal Kombat is going to be the, released game anyways, compared to, say, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice, Injustice 2. Man, these games are, they're twisting in my mind because I don't know, many of you know Mortal Kombat 11 maintained number 5 position in 2019 when it came out, beating many games. I mean, The Division was even one of the top sellers that year, and it was number 9. Mortal Kombat was the top 5. It was insane that year, man. The competition was, I mean, we need to see a 2019 show up again. Even though it wasn't like the biggest year, man, there were some really good games, and a lot of fans ate good in that year themselves. Let's keep going. So it says, first 2 entries have already done a great job of exploring what can happen when some of Earth's most powerful defenders turn to treachery. There are still numerous options for expanding the premise. Both Injustice 2's endings already provide strong stepping stone of taking the series' evil superhero storylines to new heights. Not really a big fan of the storyline, though. While NetherRealm Studios has yet to confirm that Injustice 3 is in development at all, the studio set itself up to continue the franchise's exploration of corrupted superheroes with both the available endings in Injustice 2. Well, they haven't confirmed anything. So is there a rumor? Is there another link? Is there another story? NetherRealm's next game is still shrouded in secrecy. This was published in November of 2022. IP is rumored to be in development, and Injustice 3 hangs in the balance. So they don't even know, or none of us even know, but it's not unlikely. It makes sense if they would continue, because the Injustice franchise, they already have the framework done. The problem is their gamers and their communities don't seem to have the best acceptance overall compared to Mortal Kombat. Again, that's another thing. Let me give you guys an example. Some of you follow fighting games. If you follow fighting games, you know that gamers like in the NetherRealm's gaming space include folk like Sonic Fox, Ninja Killer, Honeybee, and a whole lot of others that have competed on the big stage in their titles, be it MKX or MK11 or even as far back as MK9. I can go back to some characters, players like Kerbalicious, from back in the day, and Perfect Legend, and so on and so forth. What I've seen in following the Mortal Kombat community very closely, including the streamers, including some of the content creators, is there's a higher affinity for Mortal Kombat games. They just seem to love those games because those games have much more of an older and much more established, in a sense, content base compared to, say, their other titles like, the Injustice games, which are not bad. Not saying that the Injustice games are bad. I'm just saying that, they seem to have something of a, we like and prefer this game more than, say, the Injustice game, whenever the Injustice game will come out, and so on and so forth. So that's why I think that the Mortal Kombat game seems to me like it's a higher likelihood, especially now that a lot of these companies are chasing a whole bunch of dough in their approach of these video games. Man, does it seem a lot likely that this is the direction that they're going to follow compared to, an Injustice 3 game. But I can see where the writer of this article is going. They're trying to pretty much maybe, talk about, say, the way fans have received the Suicide Squad games. But the trope already is kind of tired in a sense. I would hope that NetherRealms does not bother doing this in their next Injustice game, if at all they do an Injustice game, that they take the Injustice series to a whole different direction in terms of their story writing, if they want to make a game like that. Or maybe they just make another fighting game with a different premise and then explore a lot of what their fighting game mechanics are about and showcase some ideas that they've probably maybe kept in the back burner for the longest time. But Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. We don't really know what's going to happen. So again, I think this article is probably making a preemptive attempt to maybe talk about the game and talk about things that they perceive will happen, which is not out of the question. We do that on YouTube here too, but it's just interesting that this is the premise that they came up with. I'll let you guys respond in the comment section. I thought it was interesting enough to show y'all, so let me know what you think in the comment section about all of this. I really appreciate you guys' time and audience, and hopefully we'll talk pretty soon in another one. Peace out.